Hey guys, how you doing today? I wanted to do a care video on my Ruby Cascade. I've had a few questions about how to take care of this plant. I know with it being a Peperomia, it's kind of touchy. Um, I kill just about every succulent I get my hands on, so for me, um, it I've had nothing but good luck with this particular plant. Um, I do keep her in very, very high light. She has to stay in high light in order to keep the red on the back of her leaves, because this red is all the back of her leaves. I kind of flipped it over so you can see, and then the green, and then I have more. I trim her off, and then I put more right back in the pot. See here on the back. And it does very well propagating in soil for me. Um, so very, very high light. I mean, I keep mine is in a south window, but my south window has a tree out there right now. Of course, summertime, but it's fall. All the leaves are going to be coming off of that, and I still keep her in a south window. Um, so she's also done very well for me in a west window. I hang her up very, very close to, like, right in my west window. Because if you pull her back from that light, she's not going to keep these red leaves on the back. They'll just turn like a green, they'll turn like a green color like how they are up here, which I don't know why they're like that up here, because the whole plant is in very, very bright light. So you would have to play around with her a little bit and get her in some really bright light. I wouldn't say nothing in a south window that is going to have the hot full sun beating down on her all day in the summertime, of course, because she'll burn. But so as far as watering, the majority of the videos that I've seen when I first got this plant is said let it dry all the way down, let it dry out really well, and then water it. I have not found that to be the case with this plant, because if you let it dry down too much, the leaves start puckering up and they get really, they kind of bend like a taco. I don't like letting my plants do that because it causes too much stress. If you're letting your plant go that far and get stressed where they're wilting or bending like a taco and shriveling, that's a lot of stress on a plant. So I don't let my plants go that far. Not on purpose. You know, I'm not saying it's never happened, but you know, because sometimes when you're sick or whatever, it happens. But I wait until this particular plant, the Ruby Cascade, gets about 3/4 of the way dry, and then I water her. I do have her in a plastic hanging container, and she is in very, very bright light. And I also have fans running, so it's also drying her out a little bit quicker. So you have to kind of make those decisions based on your home environment, because everybody's houses are different. My south light isn't going to be your south light, and etc. My home here lately has been very, very humid because we've been getting a lot of rain and a lot of really odd weather. So it's really humid outside and it's really humid in my house. I have been fighting that. You know, my humidity has been running anywhere from 75 degrees, 75%, and sometimes even a little bit higher. But she does like a little bit of humidity, but I wouldn't say it's anything crazy because that's normal in my house in the winter. For all of my plants, and I have some tropical plants, but I try to keep mine at about 60%, 65%, no higher than that, because I mean, this is our home, so if you get much higher than that, you've got to have really, really good ventilation. You're going to start getting mold problems on your walls and your furniture and etc. And I don't want to deal with that, and I'm sure nobody does. But, so, you know, just normal humidity for this plant is what I found. I'm sorry, I just kicked my tripod. You know, for this plant, nothing, you know, nothing major. I keep her well watered. I don't let her crinkle up. And, like I said, I don't use a moisture meter or nothing, so I can't speak about a moisture meter. I don't know how to use them. I've never used one. I just pick my pot up. Like right now, she needs a drink. She is, getting a little dry on the dry side. So when I get done with this video, I'm going to go in and give her a drink. I'll let her drip dry, and then I'll go hang her back up in her spot. And as far as food, I give her once a month. She gets worm castings, and then every time I water her, I always put, when I water my plants, I always put fish fertilizer emulsion. It's the liquid that I put right in my water. When excuse me, when I water all my plants. So she gets that every time I water. She gets a shot of the fish fertilizer. Other than that, I mean, that is really everything with this plant. I wouldn't say it is a hard plant to take care of. As long as you have her in the right light to keep these leaves red, and you're not over watering it or under watering it. She's done really, really well for me. So I'm really happy with it. I think it's a beautiful plant. It's super easy to propagate. I've never tried water propagation with this particular plant. I propagate her right in the soil. So, like I said, I just take and I cut a strand off the bottom. I'll cut that off, and then I put it, like these right here is all new propagations that I put in. I just cut it and I put them and make like a little divot back here with my finger, and you know, just kind of scratch some dirt out, and then I lay it down in there, and then I sprinkle a little bit of dirt on top of it, and I keep it kind of moist, but I only do this side for the moisture part when I cut it. But if you're not secure about doing it that way, you can always put it in a separate pot, or just do it in water. I know a lot of people love to water propagate, and I do too. I mean, with some plants, I don't usually do it on a lot of plants. I don't really propagate a whole lot unless I'm trying to fill out a pot like I'm doing with her. And I want to take some more cuttings and put over here in this area and get it filled out more over here. But this will eventually all catch up to this part, hopefully. But if you are water propagating, you would want to make your cut and then take the, after you cut, like right here, you want to cut under a node. You want to cut right under a node. And I would say at least get a piece that is a couple, 2 or 3 inches long to propagate. Cut under that node, and then take a couple of leaves off, pop them off, and then put them down in the water, so you got at least 2 nodes that you can get roots from. And soil propagation, same way. Cut under the node, give yourself 2 or 3 inches, to take the first couple of leaves off and then stick them down in the soil, and then you want to keep that soil moist for a long time, a couple of weeks or 3 weeks, however long it will take, until she starts getting roots on her. And then you can propagate it back into your plant. So, okay guys, I think that is it on this plant. It's super easy to take care of. She is gorgeous. I want to do some more care videos. If you guys have anything, of course it would have to be a plant that I have and a plant that I've had for a while, because I don't like giving a care video on a plant that I've only had for, you know, a couple of months, unless it's something very similar to what I already have. But, you know, if you guys have anything that you want me to do a care video on, let me know down in the comment section. I have a few more plants in mind that I want to do, a spider plant and a couple other things. But, so that's it guys. Let me know what you want to hear about, and I will get on those videos, because it's winter time now, so I'm planning on trying to do a lot of care videos. So I will let you go, and I will talk to you later. You guys have a great day. Bye. Peace.